Hello, this is Ugo. Um, and I'll be doing FizzBuzz. I tried recording this earlier and I had some weird problem come up. Uh, Technical issue, unfortunately. So this is the second time I'm recording this, but it's okay. So this problem wants us to iterate from n, or from 1 to n plus 1, or including 1, I guess. In a for loop, you'd use n plus 1, for C++ at least. If you're using the less than operator for the condition. But and you're going to want to return an array of strings. So you're going to want to return something like this, where it's 1. Oh, wait, why am I doing this? I could just show the examples here. So something like that, where you have the numbers as strings. The only situations where you want to change the numbers to something else would be when it is divisible by 3 and 5, or just 3, or just by 5. So, concepts you would probably need to know beforehand are the modulo operator, how it works, and how to solve for even numbers. At least that's what I think is useful in this case, because if you know how to find an even number, then you could probably just apply that principle here. So for that, you would just do it's a number that you have, modulo to the values. So if it's even, we do 2. The modulo operator will only will return the remainder, I guess, between the two numbers. So, something divisible by 2 should have a remainder of 0 because it perfectly fits into 2. So we're going to do setting that equal to, or checking if it's equal to 0. If it is equal to, if it's equal to 0, then this will be even. In our case, we want to do that, but for 3, for 5, and in this case, what you can do is you can do a 15, because 3 and 5 both have to be true, so that means their multiple has to also always be true, and it would just save you an extra condition. Probably not a big time save, but yeah. And in these different cases, what you want to do is you're going to want to print out the different things. So you'd want to do fizz, then you'd want to do buzz, and then you'd want to do FizzBuzz here. Oops. This is not how it's structured the if statements though. I would reverse this, so I would just swap those two, because if you go from greatest to least in these cases, then all conditions can be checked. But if you go from least to greatest, like I am here, what will happen is if a number is divisible perfectly into 3, then you'll just print out fizz. So how would you ever check this condition where it's 15? The answer is you wouldn't. Or this is buzz, sorry. The answer is you wouldn't, because it would always get caught by this one. So just reverse those two. It also makes it easier for inserting new conditions, because if you wanted to insert something, you could easily just find where to do it. So if you wanted to insert 7, you'd insert it here, and it still works. But yeah, so what you'd want to do is you'd want to do a for loop in range of 1 and n, including n. So usually the range operators will have will be exclusive to the condition at the end, or the number at the end. In C++, that's the case. I know in Python that's the case too. So I think Java too, because it's just a condition like C++, I think. So yeah, you're gonna have 1, 2, n plus 1, which will cover the range of 1 to n needed to be covered. You'd want to have an array beforehand, so some sort of array here of strings. So just gonna do str array. Then you'd want to do the if statement. So if 15, so if it's divisible by 15, then what you want to do is you're going to want to insert the you'd want to insert FizzBuzz. So you're gonna do the R and then just do just insert, I guess, whatever function or way you want to do it. Just a string as a FizzBuzz. Let's say FizzBuzz. There we go. If it's divisible by 5, then insert what was it, buzz? Yeah. I always mix buzz and fizz. I guess you could do, this would be an else if divisible by 3. Yeah, you'd have to do else ifs because then it would get trapped in this and you'd insert 2 values for one number. So then you would do array insert, and then it would just be fizz, oh my god, the fish. Anyways, else you'd want to insert the number. Sorry, I'm just writing this quickly because I feel bad about time. The number, so I guess in this case I'm just gonna call it I. Sorry, I'm just gonna remove that. So somehow convert it to string. C++ has a function for it, so I just use that for that. So then you just want to put I into it, and bam, there you go. Everything should work. For C++, I'd use pushback with an empty vector, because it's just simple. I don't remember Python has something where you could just push it back like that. But yeah, then you just want to return the array of strings, and that's FizzBuzz. I mean, yeah, you'd have to code this, but this is all functional, pseudocode, explanations, and matching, I think. There we go. Bye-bye.